So welcome back, adventurers, and our adventures bring us back over to Disney's Vero Beach Resort, one of our favorite places to hang out at. We are once again staying for a complete weekend stay once again, so make sure you hang out with us as we check out our room, check out the pool, check out the slide, and check out some more food. So if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe, and welcome back to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So good evening, adventurers, and welcome back to one of our favorite places in the entire world. And that's back to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. Yes, we are coming back for another full weekend of fun, excitement, and a little bit of relaxation. So we're back here for a few nights. We got 2 nights here. We are actually in a standard room here in the inn, and I'll end up showing you guys that room here in just a little bit. But I want to take you guys on in, show you guys the lobby space, and also just take a little walk around in the evening. We did get here a lot later than we're used to, but still a good time, so real excited. Hopefully you guys have subscribed to the channel, and welcome back to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So I always love when you first come on up. Right over here is TikTok Croc from Peter Pan, and so it's really cool. But when you walk on up into the area, I think it's still, oh no, they got rid of it. Oh no, they don't. I thought they got rid of it. I thought they were really upset. So right here, you got some turtles. So if you don't know, Vero Beach is very much known for the turtle life. So right now what's going on is that there is a lot of turtles being born and hatched right now. This is heavy turtle season, heavy hatching season. And so the goal is, try to see if you can see any turtles. Pretty much when you walk right on in, there's turtles right there. We actually came out a couple weeks ago for Tour de Turtle. I was going to bring you guys along, but I ended up not bringing you guys. But I always love walking right on in. You get the lobby space, or the inn as it's called. So in the inn right here, you're going to get a lot more of your standard room. So your major like standard with a clean room and a pull-out couch. So we are actually in the inn this time. We are actually on the second floor. It's actually kind of a room we've never had before. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and throw you guys over there so you guys can see that, so you guys can see what room we're in and kind of get an idea of what rooms you can get while you're here if you're staying in the inn. So our room this time was in the inn, and this is a standard deluxe room. So this just has the single queen, but the nice thing about this is actually an updated room. So this room actually has been refurbished, and it actually has the pretty cool Murphy bed. And I do absolutely love the artwork because it looks like Finding Nemo and Dory and all that stuff. I will tell you, this bed is so stinking comfortable, oh my gosh. And we're also here with Kayla's grandma's birthday, so we kind of head on over here. I wanted to show you guys the little itty bitty kitchen space. So at Vero Beach, a lot of these rooms do have a small kitchen space. It does come with a microwave in the upper cabinet. There is plasticware, there is plates and stuff. Then you do have a mini fridge as well to that. You have a individual Keurig. Now heading into the bathroom, you do have the single sink set up, like always. Then you have the bathroom with the normal shower, and I always love that curtain. That shower curtain, I want one of those, and I need to know where to get one of those because I think it's amazing. Plus you have the normal H2O stuff, which is not H2O, but it's Disney H2O. But overall, this is a really comfortable room, and I'm very, very happy with this room. Like I said, the bed was super stinking comfortable, considering how much we slept, and you'll see why. It's also nice because we had this nice little balcony to have. It's also kind of protected, so it was actually super nice. And it wasn't like sun coming directly in, but we could have a little bit, we could see just a little bit of the ocean. So this room is a for sure 10 out of 10 in my book. So you guys have to let me know, is that a room that you guys would like to stay in? Now, it's pretty cool is that this is a Disney Vacation Club resort. So that means that you can end up buying points, you can buy into Disney's timeshare program, and you can actually get 1, 2, and even 3-bedroom villas here. Now the 3-bedroom villas are what's called a grand villa, and they're actually little cottages here. And so it's actually one of the rooms we still haven't stayed in. We've stayed in one, we stayed in a 2-bedroom, we stayed in the inn, we've stayed pretty much in every room except for the 3-bedroom grand villa. So that's something we want to for sure check out at some point. So, but I really want to quickly walk over because I want to walk over to Wind and Waves Market to check out the pinboard, and then take a quick little glance over to the beach because it sounds like the waves are crashing very hard. I'm gonna try not to stay up too long because of the no-see-ums. So one of the other cool things is that if you come out to the beach area at 7 in the morning, they do have some turtle experts, and hopefully maybe while we're here, maybe we'll see some turtles, like baby turtles hatched and stuff. So I'm really excited to see that, but curious to see how far the waves are coming up and how are the dunes doing. Ooh, wow, the waves are wow, the tide's coming in very heavy. Look at the waves. Wow. Looks like there might be a cruise ship out there. But man, look at the wave. Look how far the water is coming right now. It's kind of aggressive. Like, look at that. Like, to give you an idea, here is the ramp that goes down. Here's where they have all the lawn chairs and the umbrellas for the beach. And look how far it comes up right now. That is insane right now. I'm gonna have to figure out if there's a cruise ship out there, because we aren't that super far away from Port Canaveral, maybe 45 minutes. I'll look that up really quick. So if you guys are curious, I just looked it up, and right from where we are right now, we are about an hour and 13 minutes away from Port Canaveral, about 48 miles, so maybe that's a cruise ship. I do know that the brand new Star of the Sea for Royal Caribbean is currently doing some preview cruising, so maybe it's that one out there, but I'm not sure. So gives you kind of an idea how far away you are from Port Canaveral, and then from here to Disney World, it's about a 2.5 hour drive depending on traffic. I always do love this pool in particular. We are here in July, middle of July, and I will tell you right now, this pool it was very hot. So I'm hoping this go around, it's really not that bad this time. So, but see if the rentals does not look like they're open right now, because there is a pin board in Community Hall when there's stuff going on. Then you can go over to Ebb and Flow Rentals, and they have a pin board in there as well. I was gonna show you the pin board in there, but the CO2 alarm's going off and it's very, very loud. I do love that you can rent bikes here, and there are some really cool like bike lanes or like bike trails you can actually use. And they also do a shuffleboard as well. Now what's also really cool is they do have a mini golf course here, and I always love the mini golf course here because even though it says it costs money, it really doesn't. So, and then that slide is so much fun. And if you guys are really interested, no, so you see how the glow is like this yellow orangey glow going on? Well, what this is actually it's a way to help with the turtles who come and nest here and lay their eggs, because bright lights actually will scare them off. And so Disney and Vero Beach and everything work together that they can have these lights, and it actually helps with the turtles coming up and nesting. What they also do is they say that if you have a beachfront view, like in the inn or any of the rooms in the other vacation buildings, they ask you not to, if you have your lights on in your room at night, please have the curtains closed so that the white, like the white or like the different colors of the like lights do not deter the turtles from coming up and laying their eggs and nesting and trying to have more turtles hatched, since they're very big on the conservation of the turtles here at Vero Beach. I also will tell you, Wind and Waves Market is one of the best places to eat. As like anything, like the lunch and dinner menu is always great. Now, breakfast wise, I'm gonna try to take you guys over to show you guys what it looks like and where I go to get food, because breakfast at the, there's a little surf stop right over here, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll probably put it in the corner somewhere. Actually some of the best breakfast, and the prices are hard to beat. So we'll go over there and check that out in the morning for breakfast. And then they do have Wind and Waves Grill, which is their sit-down location. I think we're actually having dinner there tomorrow night. So I'm very excited to go back and have dinner again, because they always have a specialty pizza, and I love me a good pizza. Ooh, and they are setting up the projector and the blow-up screen for movies on the lawn tonight. Now I can't remember what it's Mulan tonight. Can't really tell because the thing is so cold and it's so humid out here that it's actually fogging up the screen itself. And so, kind of funny. If you guys are also looking for a local place to go and eat, one of our favorite local places to eat at is an Italian place about, I think, 10, 15 minutes away from here called Giuseppe's. And we've gone there and eaten there almost every time we've had dinner outside of like Vero Beach. That is one of our favorite places to go and eat. It's actually so stinking good. And especially like you can pre-order stuff and you can actually like order like pizza to go, you can actually food to go. And it's really nice because all of these rooms have a microwave in them and a fridge. So if you end up having any leftovers anywhere you might go, you can actually do that. As you probably saw in the room tour, that's what we had. So also another thing, you do have the Green Cabin Room. Green Cabin Room is more like a lounge space, kind of like what you would see like on a cruise line, where you can go in, you can get little snacks, you can get drinks. They do run some of the activities in there as well. They have a pretzel dip, like small bite thing to eat, that is so good to get there. So, but unfortunately, like not much is going on tonight because we didn't get here until about 7:45, 8 o'clock, and it's like 8:45 right now, and we're all very tired because we've all worked. Me and Kayla both worked today, so we're both very tired. It was a 2.5 hour drive here. It rained all the way here, so I think we're gonna go ahead and head on off to bed. So you guys can see all of our adventures for tomorrow. So we're gonna head off to bed. We'll see you guys hopefully bright and early tomorrow morning to go see if any turtles are out, if there's anything hatched, and maybe to go catch the sunrise, hopefully as long as I've got enough bug juice on and covering from the no-see-in so I don't get bit up. So we'll see you guys in the morning. So good morning, everyone. It is our first full day here at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. And I have to tell you right now, it is 9:45 in the morning. This is one of the latest I've slept in, but the bed was so comfortable. I rave on Disney, like beds, on the rooms and everything else. Our room was perfectly cold. It was comfortable. It was wonderful. The bed, and it was just the only complaint I always have. There's no side table on the side of the bed that I slept on. So I had to run my phone, all my charger. I always had to bring my extra large cables for charging purposes. So, but I got up a little early this morning. I did a little pin trading. Kayla wasn't asking if I'm getting breakfast yet. Originally, I thought I was gonna go over to Beach Bites, but it looks like they stopped serving breakfast at 10 a.m. It is almost 10 a.m. Kayla and her grandma are not quite up yet. So I'm gonna see, maybe want to get something from Wind and Waves Market for breakfast. I'm actually kind of hungry this morning, which is surprising, but I am up much later than I normally am today. So today's adventures will probably, or like the continuation of our adventures, today per se will be a pool day, relaxing, taking in the vibes, and I think we're doing dinner at Wind and Waves Market or Grill tonight. So I'm really excited about that because last time we ate there, it was so good. They had a burger and a pizza that I was obsessed with. So I'm kind of curious what the menu will be today. Which is actually an interesting thing is that if you guys are interested, you can actually order breakfast from Wind and Waves Grill. However, it does take quite a long time and they do not offer any sort of discounts if you have any discounts here. So just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna figure out, I think Kayla just texted me that she's awake. So let me go see what she wants for breakfast. So one of the other thing is also in the Green Cabin Room. They have the Green Cabin Cafe and they got some little things. They got some lights and pastry bites that you can buy. And then some specialty drinks from Devil Espressos to a Cafe Mocha to a Cafe White Mocha, caramel macchiatos, and then you can also have additional flavors and add-ons, which are 50 cents, teas, and some breakfast cocktails, because why not? So that's actually, if you come in, so here's the lobby space. If you actually go up this set of stairs right there, you go up, you actually go up to the Green Cabin Room, and that's where you can get that stuff. So it was just a lovely morning to come out, and especially considering you can hear the waves in the background. So I'm gonna head over to the beach to see how it looks this morning. Well, just like last night, it looks like the waves are very, very rough, and it looks like it's a red flag, which means you are not supposed to swim in the ocean today. So that's kind of a big downside. I do know a lot of the reason why is there is a big storm off the coast, or storms coming in, and so unfortunately the swimming should not be done today because of the heavy waves and also the current rip tides. So that's just wild to me, honestly. If you're interested in what the breakfast for Wind and Waves Market is, this is the breakfast menu they have. And I always do say it's actually one of the better breakfasts. Now, I do like Beach Bites better, but I did not know Beach Bites closed at 10 for their breakfast offering. So, it is what it is. So, we'll come here and get something. My go-to is that breakfast burrito. It's probably one of my favorite things to get, and I love it every time. And like I said, you can get Mickey waffles at Wind and Waves Grill. However, you cannot get it at the market, and the market grill takes a little bit longer if you're ordering to go. All right, so breakfast was very good. I ended up getting the normal thing, which is always the breakfast burrito. I always love the breakfast burrito. I always don't also wait for it to cool down enough. So, but you can see we do have the hat. I have the hat on. We are heading out to the pool to go swim for a little bit. We are eating at the market tonight, and we at the grill tonight. So we want to check out what the menu is for tonight for some of their specialties. And then there is majority rule as well tonight. And then I think we make it like a small lunch later so you guys can see all that.
Ooh, honey glazed carrots.
I'll split that steak with you.
I want to see what else there is.
It looks like the pool is very refreshing today. So we are heading out now after kind of taking a little extra time this morning. After breakfast and everything. I do want to go down the slide a couple of times. But they are playing some good music and stuff. And it's not quite nearly as busy as when we were here in July. So we did do a little bit of swimming right now, and now they've got Poolside trivia starting up, and he said he's going to do actually quite a few rounds. So let's see what we can do. I'm curious what they're going to be themed towards, if there's a certain theme or something. But let's see what we can maybe win one of these and keep up our skills as we get ready to maybe go on to another Disney cruise at some point. You appreciate this. So he was doing quotes from attractions, and one of them was a attraction that no longer exists at Disney, and it literally is disappear. So tell me if you guys know what that's from, because me and Kayla really had to rack our brains, and we did figure out what it was at the end, but we had to figure it out. All right, so it's about 2 o'clock, and I have decided I want to go back to the room and rest a little bit. So we did have lunch. Kayla had the s'mores cupcake that they sell in Wind and Waves Market. The market actually sells 3 types. They have a s'mores cupcake, they have a chocolate salted cookie cupcake, and then they have a salted caramel cupcake. So, and then I've had the salted chocolate one, and that one's very good. And they also have the bread pudding, which is actually sold in the grill for dinner, and they do have a whoopie pie as well. So, but another big reason why I want to kind of head back is a little bit of some dark clouds starting to move on in. So I kind of want to get up to the room before it gets too hectic. I also want to shower and just rest in the cold room because it is still very hot out. So it does look like that some weather has officially moved in. Be mindful, it's been about 3 hours since the last time I talked to you guys, because everything is inside right now, because you've got all the counselors or the activity people, they've got the board game set up, there's pen trading going on right now. So it just means that there is some weather has moved in, and it probably has closed the pool down, which is fine, because that's why we took advantage of the pool time earlier. The other thing we do want to go do is do Majority Rules. Majority Rules is actually one of our favorite games to play, because it is a game where you have to match the whole group and not just answer a question. Well, Majority Rules was kind of on the definition of hectic. The one thing that we kind of didn't like was there was a group behind us that would literally, every time they would ask the question, they would immediately scream out what they were going to put. So essentially it was like a way of cheating, and then they end up winning it. So, oh well, but we do have to go down because it is time for dinner at the Wind and Waves Grill, which, like I said, we ate there probably one of the first or second times we were here, so let's go down and have it again. And like I said, now it's time for us to go have dinner at the Wind and Waves Grill, and I'll show you guys the menu once we get in there. And they do have some specialties that we showed you guys earlier in the day. Here is the menu for the dinner for that. So they do have a starter, and they do have dinner specials. So like they do have actually fried calamari, which I think we're gonna end up getting, the wood fire pizza, the jerk chicken. They have a butcher's cut, which is a different type of cut of meat. Catch of the day from the garden, and Oscar-style fish. And then the regular menu that they have all the time, they've got French onion soup, mussels, nacho seasonal salad, crab and sweet corn fritters. They have a daily special, which is all the stuff on the menu there. Then they have a seaside, so they have fish and chips, blackened salmon, shrimp and grits, Oscar-style fish. And on the land, they do have the Oaks steak, the roasted chicken, the burger, and the spiced pork tenderloin. And I'm kind of torn between these 3 things. So here is the signature blend burger, and this is actually really good. And over there is the butcher cut that Kayla's kind of cutting into. And it does come with like potato wedges, but they wanted mashed potatoes, and it's got like honey glazed carrots on it. And this is one of the specialties for the night. So super excited. I'd like to try this on a pretzel bun. All right, so the Wind and Waves Market was a very good choice for dinner. I would say the butcher's cut steak that Kayla and her grandmother ended up getting was okay. I would have liked a little bit more flavor to it. A couple of pieces kind of felt like were bland, but then some were okay. The burger I got was fantastic. I was unsure about the cheese I was on. It was a Palmento cheese, so unsure about it, but I actually kind of liked it actually. So I gave it a chance. Didn't really want the spicy slaw, so I got that on the side. And then we ended up getting fried calamari as well. Overall, very good meal. And they do offer a lot of discounts there, so that's kind of a benefit with it. What I also didn't get to show you guys was we did go up to the big green cabin room, and we ended up getting one of their charcuterie boards. Now, Kayla kind of regretted it, and kind of wished maybe we got the pretzel bites instead, but she does love her charcuterie board, so it's something she really likes. So I came out because I think I ate too much, and so I need to lay down for just a little bit. Kayla does want her to go swim, and then she does want her to go to campfire to get s'mores. I do not know if I'll go back out, but since it is dark out, we do need to be mindful of the no-see-ums, because they get really bad this time, so we'll see. And there's a chance I may not see you guys till tomorrow morning, so we'll see how I feel after everything. So good morning, everyone. Just like I had predicted when I saw you guys last night, I went straight to bed. We were going to try to go to campfire, but we were also very tired. This is just one of those places where you just can come and relax, and it's wonderful. You get rest, the beds are comfortable, the room was nice and cozy, and so it just was kind of like one of those things of, I did not know that I wanted to go to bed so early, but I am up fairly early. I went and checked, and we actually do have a late checkout this morning for noon, so that's actually kind of nice. But I am going to head over to Beach Bites for breakfast in a little bit, but I am going to walk around the resort just a little bit, do some little bit of pin trading, and I'll show you guys where every pin board they have is, just so if you guys do come to Vero Beach, bring your pins, because I will tell you right now, we have gotten some great pins on this trip so far, so I'm very excited for those. But let's go in, let's go check. I'll show you guys where all the boards are, and then we'll kind of keep going from there. I'm thinking about maybe getting a coffee from the big green cabin room. Maybe, it just depends on how tired I am. But let's go walk around a little bit and see what we can find. And I always love the lobby space here. One, I love being in the inn for when we stay here because you're really close to everything. You don't have to go too far from stuff. But if you are looking for where pin boards are, if you go into Island Grove Packing Company, right inside to the left, there's a big pin board on the wall, and they do have mystery pin sets. If you go to the welcome check-in desk area, right off to the right, there's a pin board, and I've actually had some really good luck with this pin board, so very happy about that. But I do want to go see the ocean this morning because yesterday the ocean was a red flag for rip currents and bad swimming conditions, so no one could swim. Let's go out and see if it still is. And also, maybe we can see if any turtles did come up, because they said not many turtles have been coming up lately due to the more unsuitable weather for them. If you are curious, the pool does open at a bright early 8 a.m. So if you're one of those people that wants to come down, especially during the summertime when it's super busy here, it's really good to get here down here as early as possible to swim, especially if you're not going to be like going anywhere much or doing much. This is kind of a good thing to come out to do. Plus, it's kind of refreshing to come out and jump in the pool and like wake up almost. But I want to head down the little pathway right here. And this is why Vero Beach is so nice. It's because literally the pool's right there, and then about 15 feet later, there's the ocean. So let's go over here, let's see how it looks, see if I can see what kind of flag they've got up, because there is a public beach entrance, and they usually have a flag of what the level looks like. So not quite as bad as it had been the last few days. They even are able to put down some of the umbrellas and the chairs down a little bit closer today than they have in the last couple of days. So curious, that means maybe we've got better conditions for swimming today. They don't have the flag up quite yet, but I'll also go over there because I got to walk that way anyways for Beach Bites. So I'm gonna go over there and get Beach Bites, but I wanted to just see what it looked like. Plus, I just love the fact that we have our own private entrance if you stay at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. If you come into the Wind and Waves Market, we do have a pin board right here, and you can trade off this one. And so I always find some really good ones off of this one. I've actually found a couple throughout the week, mostly because there's only a lot of other people who are pin trading. But another thing they also do have is they do have a little treasure box that they do trivia, they do mystery trading that you can do as well. So those are usually where the good ones are, I'll tell you. Another area where you can get your pin trading done is over at Ebb and Flow Rentals. So where you go to pick up your towels, where you can rent like the golf clubs for the mini golf course, where you can rent bikes, where you can rent all this sort of stuff. That's another place, and they have it on a giant lifeguard like floaty thing that they use for lifeguards. It's probably an old one that they don't use anymore and stuff. So, but it's kind of cool because they have lots of good places. And honestly, this is one of the best places we trade a lot of the times. And so I'm waiting for the market to open so I can go in there and trade pins off their big board. But I'm going to head on over to Beach Bites to get breakfast. I'll say I always love this sign over here because it's all of the different like Disney Vacation Club resorts and stuff, and so it kind of tells you how far everything is. So it gives you an idea. It's like Disney's Old Key West is 98 miles away. A lot of the Disney resorts are about between 90 and 100 miles away. But then you have the villas at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, 2,594 miles away. But then Alani Resort and Spa, 5,017 miles away. And then of course Disney Vero Beach, you are here. Kind of a nice little DVC sign right there in the middle, but I love this. Curious how to get there if you walk is that if you go all the way down to Vacation Home 12, down by where the Campfire North lawn area is, past the last cottage they have, you go down this little pathway right here, and then you have to go by a campfire because there is like an area where you can actually access the public beach section. It's also the North Lawn, which I'm surprised they haven't really done much with. Just a North Lawn area, but they do have a lot more parking over in this area. So where they did campfire last night. So we would, if you come out to do campfire, you come out here and they'll sing songs, they'll do all that stuff, and then they'll roast marshmallows and they'll have all the stuff for you. But if you walk down this pathway right here, excuse all the bugs, because the bugs. So yeah, it looks like you shouldn't be walking down this pathway. You can. Just make sure you have shoes because it is like gravelly and stuff. Plus you will be going towards a parking lot. But there is an area where you do have to scan your key card to get out and to get back in. So you see it says Disney Vacation Club Resort members and guest resort, please use room key. So perfect. And then just like that, you're at the little public entrance way. So it's called Vero. It's a Vero Heritage area. They have bathrooms, they have water. This is the access into the shoreline and everything. And like I said, this is also the area where they will tell you what like the conditions are. So like yesterday they had a red flag up. Curious what kind of flag do they have up today? And I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna still be either yellow. It's either be yellow or red. If I can remember what the colors of each what flag is, but so it's the Wabasso Beach County Park. That's where this is. So something to keep in mind. So in this area right here, you do have this little building right here, and it's Shipwreck Treasures. It's also Tides Water Sports, which you can actually do some rentals at, but also Beach Bites. And like 14 bucks later, I've got a bagel with cream cheese, because Kayla loves her bagels with cream cheese. I've got 2 biscuits and gravy, and the way they do it is they always separate them out. And I always found I can't eat all of this, but I was like, if I get a selection of a little bit of stuff for all of us, then we have something to at least try out and eat. So it was about, like I said, I think $13, $14 for all of that. And it's kind of a lot of food, actually. Like, it may not look like a lot, but the biscuits and gravy, they pour the gravy over it. So definitely worth a visit. Plus they have really good sandwiches. They have really good wraps. They also have over there what's called bug juice. It is like the best formula to deal with the no-see-ums here, especially during the really bad times of the year when it's like humid, hot, which is all the time. But they have bug juice, a little expensive, but it is the best working stuff I've ever seen. So we always joke about how much we like to go cruising and stuff. The saddest day is the night before debarkation because luggage is put out and everything. I've now found a very similar feeling. If you walk down the halls of Vero Beach, you got these little boxes outside of every room. Those are the rooms that are currently checking out. And unfortunately for us, there should be one outside our door because they'll have like all the new stuff for like new linens, new towels, all that stuff. Makes it easy for them just to grab a box and go. And yep, right there next to our room, there's one as well. Dang it. Yes, I did splurge a little and got myself a white mocha cafe mocha. Just because, you know what, it's last day, we're checking out this morning, so. But I do love, so here's something kind of fun and interesting. So if you come in here, they have a lot of different games and stuff. So they have like a Switch, they have PS4s, they do have a Nintendo Switch as well. Other different games, and all you do is you take these and you take it to the front desk and let you borrow a game you can play down here. They have an Xbox and a couple other different Switches as well. So, and then they do always have, looks like a puzzle always in work here. And I do love this one's a little bird. And then all these all different little stuff. And so there's a big thing about, and I need to look this up, is that there used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers used to come down here for spring training in this area. And so that's why you see a lot of Brooklyn Dodger stuff. And of course then please do not start the Turtles because they're big on the turtle stuff. Just a bunch of little things. Like from when it was, like when Vero was first founded and like back in the heydays they call it. But at the end, they do have a spa area you can go in, do spa treatments and stuff like that now. I will tell you, it's probably gonna be horribly overpriced, but that's just unfortunately how Disney is with a lot of their stuff. So make sure you take time to like walk around and see, because like see here's more stuff about the Dodgers. Oh, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers, winter home of the National League champions. So they were down here for 28 years, it looks like, for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's kind of like what they used to do at Disney, where some at ESPN Worldwide Sports, they had areas for the couple of the baseball teams. I think it was the Atlanta Braves came down and played. So very similar to this here. So I do love it. It's just a lot of fun. It's always just it's like cozy, it's comfortable, it's kind of fun. So they really talk about the heyday of Vero Beach, and Disney does a really good job about that. So it is no-see-um season. No-see-ums are small, nearly invisible, biting insects that can cause very itchy or painful bites. They're most active around sunrise and sunset. To protect yourself, please note the following suggestions for convenience. They do have complimentary insect repellent available at various locations. Keep your exterior doors closed when not in use, and the use of insect repellent is recommended to prevent small midges or no-see-ums from biting. So kind of a big deal. You kind of really need to make sure you take care of it, which is funny because they didn't have this board before. They used to just have a little like A-frame, temporary A-frame, and now they've got an actual permanent board. And now I'm glad I waited for the market to open because the board was fresh, and I had found 2 of the Wave B pins, and those the ears. I found a Mr. Shmee and an Yzma pin, which I'm very excited to find, because yesterday we found a cupcake from the Wave B. We had better luck finding the Wave B pins at Vero Beach than we had at the park. So I'm back to the room. I don't know if Kayla and her grandmother are up now, because I've been wandering, just enjoying myself for a little bit. So if you kind of want a quick idea, so I already ate part of this, but this is the biscuits and gravy that they get from Beach Bites, and this was completely packed. Like, I mean, when I say the gravy was to the brim, it was brimming. Then they just have some, I got like one of their ones with sides of scrambled eggs with some bacon, and then Kayla's little bagel and cream cheese. And so, like I said, all this was about $13, and I did get a little drink to go with it when I was coming back, mostly just any energy, but when I tell you, this is so good, and you can go and just get just one biscuit with gravy, and it's like $2.50, and it's worth the price. All right, so we are checked out of the room. It was kind of funny because we did get a late checkout, and they said we could have it till noon. We decided about 11 o'clock we were gonna start moving everything out. I'm moving the car over closer to the pool because we're gonna do our normal thing where we're gonna go to the pool for a couple hours, and then probably between 1 and 2 o'clock, so we got a couple hours to play in the pool. I'm actually gonna go down the slide this time. I kept saying I was gonna do it yesterday. Never did it. But the room we had, 2233, was a fantastic room. Being on the second level was kind of nice because you could just walk down the stairs by the green cabin room. But I am gonna move the car from the garage area all the way over to by the pool, so it's closer and we can get back to the car quicker once we get changed and everything. Time to do some poolside bingo. It's always fun because they always do like a couple rounds of bingos, then they do like, oh, just the B's and the O's, and then they do everything, and everyone should be able to get something because they always have little prizes. Usually it's like candy or like little 50. So even though me and Kayla both have one, we're gonna see if her grandmother gets one. But these are the little sweets we got. They're little pool floaties. It's like almost like duck size. So you got a pink little flamingo, a little unicorn, and Kayla could put both these on her work desk because we collect a lot of little ducks, especially when Alright, now that we're done with bingo, I'm gonna actually go up and I'm gonna go do the slide a couple more times. We're gonna get a feel of going down a middle one for a TikTok, so you guys can see that as well. Gotta climb all these steps though. Whew. Get my workout in for the day. Ow. 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 Well, we're currently getting ready to leave, but apparently we are picking the right time because it looks like some weather is starting to move in here to the area once again. So, yeah, it's gonna be kind of fun because hopefully get out here before it gets too bad. The car, just as it started to open up, as we were literally walking out, they closed the pool due to lightning in the area. Like, it is heavy as well, so. But, oh well, I mean, it's a time to make our way out. So we do make a couple stops. We're gonna make one at Sonic and then hopefully one at Chick-fil-A on the way back. So we'll show you guys all that. And then tell you how long it took us to get there. So right now it's 1:20. We're getting ready to leave and we'll see how long it takes to get back to the house. So we finally got back home around 4 o'clock. Now, I was going to show you guys our stop at Sonic and our stop at Chick-fil-A. However, though, the second that we got to Sonic and then to Chick-fil-A, the skies opened up and it absolutely poured. And so really we left like the Vero Beach area around, I want to say 2:20, like 2 o'clock. Or no, yeah, like close to about 2 o'clock. There is a Sonic about 20 minutes away from Vero Beach, Disney's Vero Beach, and there's Chick-fil-A over there as well. Now, the only reason we stop at the Sonic is because it is on our way home. It only adds an extra 5 minutes, but the weather coming from Vero back to here where we live, stormed, rained. I mean, it was so heavy at one point, I could not see 5 feet in front of me. It was awful. Normally, the drive is nice and peaceful. It's relaxing. You kind of go through the countryside. We take Highway 60 to get up to where we live. But this go around, it was unbelievably storming. Crazy amount of storms. It was wild. So, kind of gives you the idea of just be mindful about that because any second, it could just go from 0 to 100. So, overall, though, our stay at Vero Beach's go around was amazing. I love the 1 and 2 bedroom suites, those bedroom suites, but I think I like them for long stays. So like we've stayed there for like 4 or 5 nights, and we've stayed in one of those, and it's wonderful because you can cook your own meals. You've got a full size fridge, you've got a full size kitchen. It's wonderful. It's great. However, for these weekend stays, I loved our standard room right in the end on the second floor, room 2233. It was perfect. It was also great because every morning I got up, the 2 mornings I got up, I went down and I went pin trading, and we went ham on our pin trading this go around. Like, it is crazy how much pins we were able to get on this trip. There are other times where we go and we get no pins. This go around, there's a lot of pins, and I'm very excited about it. But our room was great, right next to the big green cabin room, where you can actually go over and get yourself a couple cups of ice water. For me, I went over and got the coffee. That coffee was delicious. It also was just closer to the pool and closer to everything else. And just our room was so relaxing. The bed was comfortable. I loved the new refurbished rooms that they put in place. The refurbished rooms are actually wonderful in the sense of they're cute. They've got a lot of wonderful art. I love the Murphy bed styles. One, because like for us, we think it was a great room, but it was just great. Kayla's grandma said the Murphy bed was super comfortable. We stayed on a couple of those Murphy beds. They are very comfortable. Our bed was super comfortable. The room was comfortable. It never got too hot. My concern is a lot of times with those 1 or 2 bedroom suites, one of the bedrooms always seems to struggle to get cold. When you're in a standard room and the room's all right there, it's nice and comfortable. So, but overall, it's just great. Enjoyed what we did. Went tent trading the one night. Did majority rules. Like, the majority rules were a little lackluster, and I was a little upset because there's a group there that was just yelling it constantly. So it is what it is. It happens. It's whatever. The pool was a crispy cold, and I loved it. It was so relaxing. Slide was wonderful. Couldn't get to the beach, unfortunately, because every day we were there, it was so rough, and the rip tides were awful. But it is what it is. Overall, it was just a relaxing trip, and overall, the cast members there always seem to make that trip just amazing. So, but if you guys enjoyed our trip out to Disney's Vero Beach, don't be alarmed. We will be heading back probably in October, and then probably back in December. So we will be going back for Halloween season and full Halloween and then full Christmas. So it's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to take you guys back. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the trip out to Disney's Vero Beach. Let me know, have you guys been to Disney's Vero Beach Resort? Have you been to any other resorts outside of the Walt Disney World outside the Walt Disney Resort? Because I love to know where y'all been. So, but with all that being said, though, as we do head out from a fantastic weekend, nice, relaxing, got away from everything. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.